Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are able to hear me and see me. We had a little bit of technical difficulties this morning, but despite this, the entire team came together and supported to make sure that we could go live at 10:30. So a shout out to Sarah. Thank you so much for helping this morning from the entrepreneur team. Quick, actually, background on Sarah. Sarah has been leading the force for this entire event and has been making sure that everything is running smoothly and that you're all happy and really taking advantage of the weekend. So a big thank you to Sarah, in case she's listening. I'd love to just jump into a few things we're going to cover. If you haven't received the participant email that we sent last night, please just let us know. Just drop a line on the organizing team channel, and we'll get back to you to make sure why. Just to make sure that you get all the emails moving forward. So just to start with, good morning. I hope you are all caffeinated. I took the liberty to grab a coffee before starting, as I promised you all yesterday. Just a quick background on, of course, today I'd love to start off with all of you to make sure I know how you're all doing. So I'd love if you could drop on general in Slack if you are listening, just to let us know how you're doing. Again, I'm using the same emojis, but you can get much more creative than this. I think you can use a lot more than just these three that I've selected here. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop onto the general channel as well, and I'm going to put in that I'm feeling happy. So I'm just going to drop in a little emoji. If any of you are listening, please feel free to drop into general how you're feeling. I think I dropped that into the right chat. I'll just take a look. Apologies for this. There are so many channels that we have in this competition. I sometimes lose them. Let me just, I don't know how to do this. Great. I am technologically challenged, in case most of you are wondering, in case you haven't caught on to it yet. I'll ask maybe Dulce or someone else on my team to drop into the general channel. In any case, let's move forward to a few changes that we mentioned yesterday for all of you. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I just found the general channel. So mentoring sessions today, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. is canceled. I think it's really important, based on the feedback we received yesterday, that a lot of you really need to start working on your projects. You need to start just making sure to iron out any of the details that some of the mentors gave to you. The way that we thought about it was, sometimes you need to just work a little bit on the homework assigned to you by the mentors for you to be able to really deliver on your next 2 sessions. In any case, all of the mentors that were assigned between 10:30 and 12:30 will be jumping into your 2 p.m., 4 p.m. slots or 6 p.m., 8 p.m. slots. So you actually might have access to much more mentoring sessions between those hours, and a huge list of people to meet as well. What's next for today? We have a legal workshop by Hassan Haddad. It's going to take place at 4 p.m. again, GMT +4 time. So we're following the UAE time. So make sure to stick around for that. Again, your pitches need to be submitted by Monday, 11 a.m. again, GMT +4, and it has to be in a video format. I've dropped it once again, just to remind everybody, we've dropped in the resources that everyone has access to on the drive. If you did not receive that for any reason at all, please do let us know, as we've been sending emails, making sure that you all do receive them. I guess we just wanted to start off by saying good luck to everyone, to our mentors and speakers, and then I'm just going to leave just a small section now for Q&A from all of you, just so that I know if there's anything else you have as questions. I'd love to add them here. So a few of you had questions about mentoring, a few of you had on judging. So I'd love to just maybe drop on the chat any questions that you have, even on general, because I'm on the channel now. So if any of you have questions, please feel free to drop them. Otherwise, I'm just going to walk you really quick through some of the things we had mentioned yesterday. You will have 4 minutes to pitch your ideas, and it is better for you to make it onto a presentation or show us a website and piece together the recordings of the different aspects of your product that you're trying to deliver. A couple of you needed different software to use to basically exhibit your ideas in a better way because of, I guess, the type of product or business service. So what we'd love to do is basically let you know that it would be great if you try to use some of the recommendations such as proto.io or Wix or Squarespace just to basically create a little, I would say, like demo of your product, just so that the judges can get a real feel of your idea. So Vaibhav is asking, are the slides, 6 slides only the number required or can be more? So basically, in terms of our recommendation at Bolt, yes, we definitely do recommend 6 slides. It's enough for you to explain your product, considering you only have 4 minutes. But if you feel you have more meat or more content to offer, again, this is a competition with prize money. So you could definitely jump into financials. So talk about, for example, you run a cost estimate on, let's say, creating the solution that you're presenting today, and you realize that actually you need, let's say, $10,000 to start, so $5,000 would subsidize 50% of that amount. So I think one thing to really be cautious of is, because the competition is directed to the judges who are going to be assigning a cash prize to the top 3 spots, try and prove why your product, why your business deserves that amount to be able to move forward. And also, once you do that, do talk a little bit about why you need that amount and what you're going to spend it on. So if you want something that's a little bit more sophisticated, I have dropped in the Beko pitch deck for all of you, which is the top 10 things they look out for once you're pitching for money. So perhaps that could be something you could also look to as inspiration, and then obviously do what suits your need as well. Sure. So Daval is asking a really good question. Could you please elaborate on the evaluation matrix? Of course. So if you logged into ybold.com /FH2071, so I'm going to jump there right now. At the bottom, there is an FAQ section. And maybe let me just run the tab for all of you so that you can see. 1 second. Yes, I'm going to share this across. All right, great. So if you log into the website and you surf all the way down, past the context, past the challenges, I'm going to keep dropping down to the bottom of the page after the agenda. Here we go. So now we've reached the FAQs, and there is a slot called what is the judging criteria. So just to let you know, if you want to go through the judging criteria once again, it is problem and impact, execution and design, originality, feasibility, and business model. So every time you meet, for example, a mentor, you are being graded by them based on the following questions, because we really want to understand how to support you better and how to navigate the right mentors to also support you, but also to ensure that you are hitting on these questions as you go through. So let's start off with the problem and impact. Is the solution they are proposing relevant in the context of healthcare? So what is the value proposition to customers? Did the team talk to potential customers? So today should be all about customer feedback. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about it with Jonathan. Are you talking to customers about your solution? Whether that's a doctor, whether that's a hospital, whether that's just a patient, you need to be able to show and provide proof that you did talk to your customer about your solution. The second thing is execution and design. So have you established a minimum viable product? Once again, we're not asking you to create let's say, a tangible thing that costs a lot of money. Of course, this is a competition, this is a hackathon. You only have a certain amount of time to provide the most, I would say the most aesthetic way to put your product forward. So try and think about, if it's through a website, if it's through an app, where are the judges going to gather more information about your product? If, let's say, they've watched your video and are grading it as well. So try and feature all of the different things about your idea in a way that's really, I would say, aesthetic. The third is originality. So is your project original? Are you creating a solution that already exists, or is this something completely different? Or are you proposing something that's a little bit more innovative, right? So for example, let's try and think about what could be something that's a little bit more innovative, but it's not necessarily groundbreaking, right? So today, if you want to talk to a doctor, you would go to the hospital and sit down with them. Once you propose an app, it's not something that I would say is extremely innovative. Everybody has a phone, but the way you're doing it is more innovative based on where your customer would like to receive attention from a doctor. So that's your innovative way of also trying to do it. So try and propose why what you're doing is a little bit, I would say, better than the current solution, and why. The third one is the feasibility. Again, if you need a factory that costs $100 million, right? But you are, maybe that's a lot of money, maybe a little bit less. Let's go for $6 million, right? Yes, you are part of this competition and you're pitching your product, but again, you're not asking for the $6 million. You know that the cash prize is only going to be, let's say, $5,000 for the top prize. So the way that you're going to position it is, we would like to, yes, of course, the money is important, but we would also like to have a proof of concept or something that's valuable for your business with the Ministry of Health or any one of their partner stakeholders who could be listening in. So try and think a little bit smarter than that when you're proposing, let's say, more money. Then you have business models. So does the project have the potential to become a real business? Does the solution solve a core need? And have they demonstrated a go-to-market strategy? This is really important. What's going to be the price of your product? Where are you going to place your product? Can you tangibly, let's say, have spoken to, let's say, a hospital or a doctor or someone else and said, this person is willing to come on board and this is the cost of basically bringing them on board? How are you planning to target your customers? Is it going to be ads? What is it going to be for the business idea? So I think once you solve, let's say, or you come up with the answer to all of these 5 questions, it will become easier for you to present to the jury. I hope that was clear enough. If it was, Deval, please feel free to agree or disagree, or forever hold your peace. So I don't know if I actually was showing. I don't know if you guys were able to see my video. I'm really sorry if you weren't. Yeah, Deval, thank you. Okay, perfect. I had another question from one of the attendees, which I'm sure a lot of you are also are going to ask. So I'll actually type it up. So Yusra, who is one of the attendees, she was asking about, it's a very good one because a lot of you are probably going to ask the same question. Here, let me type it up so you can all are there. All right, so this is the question that Yusra had. So are there going to be winners from each category or one winning team from the entire thing? Now, this is really important for all of you to note. Yes, there are 3 challenges. Again, there was the AI, the personalized challenge, as well as accessibility to healthcare. Regardless, if for any reason at all, the jury let's say 2 of the ideas from accessibility to healthcare, or they like 3 ideas in accessibility to healthcare, then that's what they would select, right? It's all about you pushing your idea forward as the best idea. They're not going to pin you to, let's say the outcome will not be pinned based on the challenges. It will literally just be pinned on whether or not you have the best idea. I hope this is clear for everybody, just so, because I really wanted to clear that question. I hope we answered everything that you might have. Is there anything else that you might need from me? General channel, anybody? I'm just going to jump in there again. If I can find it. Yes, I found it. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so I think we're good. Feel free again to reach out to us on the Slack channel, and if you need anything at all, please do drop us a line. Something that I would actually request from all of you, if you are doing your mentoring sessions this afternoon at 2 p.m., would you mind creating a Zoom link if your mentor has not done so already, just so that we can be a little bit proactive? I know a lot of you are having challenges on Slack, so let's try and work together based on our, I would say, our challenges from yesterday, and try to be as proactive as some of our mentors have been, by also providing links. Again, you only have 30 minutes with the mentor, so 40 minutes is when Zoom asks you to start paying. So if you don't have a paid account, again, your session is only 30 minutes, so I think you can definitely organize that. What exactly are we supposed to submit by 6 p.m.? I'm not sure. Mujahid's asking, what are we supposed to submit by 6 p.m.? You're not supposed to submit... the video you will submit tomorrow, but today you're going to just submit who's part of your team. We need all the names and all the emails so that we can send you the certificates. Yeah. So for example, Tamer asked me a question earlier. He said that some people on his team went still, that you can't hear from them anymore. You can remove them from your Slack channel if people are not responding anymore. And then I'll just drop the next question from Dua. What happens after we win? You will help in the process of market introductions. So that's a great question. So after you win, you will be introduced to the Ministry of Health and Prevention team, as long as you ask for that. So you get in life what you ask for. Make sure that you put your request at the end of the slides, and then we can basically have the conversation with the Ministry of Health to talk to your business in particular. So if you do not have any account info for the mentors, to approach them for a Zoom call. Vaibab is asking a great question. If we do not have the account information of the mentors, all you have to do is create a Zoom link, right? And then you just press invite and copy link and just drop that in to any one of us, and we will make sure that your mentor can use that. That's not an issue. So if you wanna do that, and Dulce is actually jumping in here as well. I think she had something to say, or okay, no, we're good. Okay, cool. So I think those are all the questions we have. Is there a sandbox program at Department of Health for the UAE? They do have a website called Bayanati, which I think you can log into, and you can. Ministry of Health. I'll try and get that for you. See if, yeah. So let me actually share this tab with you. If you just type into Google, let me share this tab. 1 second. Here we go. So just go into Google and type in Bayanati, okay? So for all of you reading, and then you just click here. It's more or less like a data pool, less so a sandbox. Sorry to kind of bring you all here, but apparently they have a lot of different things that you can also just gain information on. So take a look at that for your reference. No. I can try and find out, Daval, for you if there's a sandbox program in specific. Okay, great. I think that's all for questions from everybody. Once again, if you want to share how you're feeling, do drop another emoji. It is really nice to see you all interacting, because now I feel you're all part of the competition and you're all here. So do feel free to keep dropping in how you're feeling, and we'll look out for that. Again, if you have any questions for any one of us, please do reach out to the organizing team, and we're here to support you with anything that you need. I'm just going to check if there's any last questions. No, just Adorable emojis. Amazing. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in a bit. Thank you.